Okay, welcome back everyone. And today we are on lesson number 13 in our book, page 455. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is the hardest lesson in the whole chapter. So I'm going to need you to focus, and really pay attention to what's going on. Let me know if you have any questions as we go along. It's really important that you understand this concept today, okay? So put on that thinking cap. Take a deep breath and get ready to listen. When dividing decimals, change the divisor into a whole number. To do this, multiply both of the divisor and the dividend by the same power of 10, then divide as with whole numbers. Okay, so that's kind of complicated. I'm going to show you how I do it. It's a little bit different. I mean, it is the same thing, but when you read it like this, it's worded a lot more complicated than it is. Example says, Casey is 4 5/10 feet tall. Her brother Jerome is 6.75 feet tall. How many times taller is Jerome than Casey? Okay, so this is what that looks like as a division problem. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, so yesterday we learned if it's a whole number in the divisor, then all we have to do is put this on top. That is not the case when there is a decimal in the divisor and in the dividend. So all we're going to do is we're going to hop it over to the end. We're going to hop the decimal in the divisor to the end. How many hops is that? Okay, in this case, it's just one hop to get this to the end. So that means I'm going to do the same amount of hops here. So it's no longer there, and now it's here. And that's it. Now we just divide as usual. Put it on top, like we were taught yesterday, and divide as normal. 45 can't go into 6. Can it go into 67? Yes. How many times? One time. 1 times 45 is 45. 7 minus 5 is 2. 6 minus 4 is 2. B for bring down. Okay, 225. I'm going to say, in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, this is close to 50. 5, so 5 times what gets me close to 22. Let's try 5. Four times 5 is 20, plus 2 is 22. Oh, perfect. Okay. So put that there. 5 times 45 is 225. No remainder, no need to annex a 0, nothing. Our quotient is 1 and 5/10. All right, so you know how to divide already. The skill of today is just the hopping. So however many hops it takes to get to the end of the number in the divisor on the outside of the house, that is how many hops you're doing in the dividend section. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, this is example number 2. So remember, this is how it's written. It says find 0 and 6/100 divided by 1 and 5/10. So this is really confusing, right? Because now we're not just saying like, oh, the bigger number is the one that goes inside the house, because that's not the case anymore when we're dividing decimals. The number that comes first is the one that goes inside the house. So in this case, the 0.06 is inside of the house, the 1.5 is outside of the house. It's going to get weird because there's so many zeros. We're going to have to add a 0. You'll see how it goes. All right, remember, our first step is to go to that divisor that has a decimal and hop on over to the end of that number to make it a whole number. So now we're making it 15. However many hops that took is how many hops this guy is going to go. So it's no longer here, and now it's here, and I have to put it in my answer, in my quotient like that. All right, so now what this is looking like now is 15 on the outside, and then 0.6 on the inside. Okay, so that's exactly what we just did. We just made this the numbers. All right, can 15 go into 0? No, so let's put a 0 up top. Can 15 go into 6? No, it cannot, so let's put a 0 on top. And let's go ahead and just multiply as we normally would. 0 times 15 is 0 minus equals 6. Remember what happened last time when I told you about annexing zeros, when this looks like it would be a remainder, but it's not. So we're going to add a 0. 15 goes into 60 how many times? 4. 4 times 15 is 60. No remainder. Our answer is 0 and 4/100. All right, let's do this last one together. This is what it looks like on paper. 6 89/100 divided by 1 3/10. Remember, this is what goes inside of the house. That's written first in this division problem. 6.89 divided by 1.3. All right, move the decimal. Look at the divisor. How many moves is it going to take to get that decimal to the end? 1, right? Just 1 hop. So there it goes. And that means we're going to do 1 hop in this problem, in this number. So 1 hop, move it over, put it on top. We're ready to roll. I'm going to leave mine like this. If you want to rewrite it as what you just created, it would be 13 as your divisor now, and then 68.9. I'm going to leave mine like this because I have more space this way. Okay, so 13, can it go into 6? No. Can it go into 68? Yes. How many times? Geez Louise, I don't know. 13 is close to 10. Let's try, so 10 times 6 would get me close to 60. So let's try 6. 13 times 6. 3 times 6 is 8. 1 times 6, or 3 times 6 is 18. 1 times 6 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Oh man, too much. Let's try 5. 13 times 5, 3 times 5 is 15, 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. That'll work. Put the 5 up top. 5 times 13, we just decided, is 65. Subtract. 68 minus 65 is 3. Bring down. I know this one. 13 goes into 39 3 times. 3 times 13 is 39. So that works out beautifully. 5 3/10 for that one. All right, we are going to work on 457, 458 today, but I am here if you need me. We'll do some practice together. Should not be too bad. All right, good luck.